Today we are talking all things cucumber beetles because they are an extremely destructive pest. And the worst part is if you don't manage them this year, they are going to come back so much worse next year. And I promise you, you do not want that to happen because they are so hard to manage. And that's because you can't wipe the eggs off of the leaves of them like many other pests. So it makes them that much harder to maintain. But don't worry, because I'm going to take you through everything that you need to know in order to manage these pests. That way they don't ruin your cucumber harvest. If you're new here, my name is Bree from Urban Gardening Canada and I garden in Ottawa Zone 5. And this year we are talking all things bugs because A, if you don't know about your bugs, then they can cause a lot of destruction to your garden. And B, bugs are actually just really interesting. So I like to include a lot of really interesting facts into my bug videos because they aren't just a pest that you don't want to know anything about, but actually it's interesting to learn about them and about their life cycle. So that way you can really take care of your plants properly. And it helps you know when to even start looking out for these pests if you know about them as a whole. So the first thing that you might not know about cucumber beetles is they are actually native to Canada. So this is something that I found to be really interesting because we do deal with a lot of invasive species around here, like the Japanese beetle, which comes in mass amounts and can cause a lot of harm to your garden. But to find out that cucumber beetles are actually native, it means that they're that much harder to manage because they know everything about our climate and how to survive here. This guy just doesn't want to stay standing right now. So here in Canada, we have the striped cucumber beetle and the spotted cucumber beetle. However, the striped one is a lot more common in the majority of Canada, where the spotted one is only in parts of southern Ontario, and it's mainly more likely to be found in the US. But all you need to know is that they do essentially the same thing, regardless of if they are yellow with black stripes or yellow with black spots on them. The only thing you would want to make sure is that you don't get them confused with any other bug and that you properly identify them, but the striped ones are pretty obvious. Cucumber beetles, like their name, like anything in the cucurbit family. So this includes your cucumbers, your squashes, your zucchinis, pumpkins, anything that has that nice yellow flower is what they're really drawn to. Cucumber beetle damage includes eating the flowers of your plants and also eating holes in the leaves of your plants. There are a couple problems with this, is that when the cucumber beetle is eating the flower of your plant, it's actually stopping it from doing any type of production. So if the flower is being filled with the cucumber beetle, a pollinator can't get in there, or they're going to eat it to the point that it can't be pollinated at all. The other problem is that when cucumber beetles eat the leaves of your plants, they can carry something called bacterial wilt. And not every cucumber beetle has bacterial wilt in it, but some of them do. So it's kind of like a roulette on if your plant is going to get bacterial wilt or not. So what happens is when they bite into the leaf of your plant, they are transferring that bacteria into your plant and it's going to cause it to wilt and die. And there's sadly nothing that you can do about it. So really, the more cucumber beetles that you have around your garden, the higher likelihood that one of your plants is going to get hit with bacterial wilt. So cucumber beetles live for about 8 weeks. And because they are native to Canada, it means that they overwinter as adults in the ground or in leaf litter, and that's why they can come out so early in the spring. It might feel like you just planted your cucumbers and how can the beetles have already found them? And that's for a couple of reasons. So the first thing is because they overwinter as adults, they wake up actually way earlier than you plant out your garden, and they just feed on weeds and grasses until they have your cucumber being planted out in the garden. The second thing is that they're actually terrible flyers, which means that if you are planting your cucumbers in the same spot this year as you did last year, they likely have overwintered in that exact same spot. So you just set them up for their perfect meal without really having to work at all. So what they do is they wake up, they're eating, mulling around, waiting until you plant out your cucumbers, you plant them out, and then they come in at full force to eat everything that they can because their entire goal is to lay eggs to be able to start their next generation. So the reason that they are so hard to manage is because they actually lay their eggs in the soil and they don't lay them on leaves like a lot of other pests do. So this is why you can't wipe the leaves off of these plants. You have to deal with the adult populations in order to maintain populations for future years. So between these insects being native to Canada and overwintering in your soil and laying their eggs in the soil, this is what makes them so difficult to manage. And that's why it's so important to maintain the adult populations this year so that way you don't have problems next year. And that's what we're going to get into now. So the best thing that you can do first and foremost is to remove any adults that you see on your plants. And the best time to do it is going to be in the morning or in the evening when the temperatures are cooler. So it's a little bit harder for them to fly because these cucumber beetles do fly. And the warmer the day gets, and when you're in the middle of the day, they are going to be at their peak. So they're going to be faster and they're going to be able to fly away from you. Now, cucumber beetles will hide on the inside of flowers, they'll hide underneath the leaves, and sometimes they'll pop up, but if you go to catch them, a lot of times they can move really quickly and get underneath the leaf, so you just have to be prepared for how fast they can move on their feet and the fact that they can fly. So you have a couple options here. You can do what I like to do, that if I see them on the underside of a leaf, I put a bowl of soapy water underneath it and I smack the leaf so that way they can fall right into there. Or the other option is you can actually just hand pick them off. If they are really inside of a flower, a lot of times I will just pick the whole flower off and drop it into the soapy water, because losing one flower to get rid of an adult cucumber beetle is absolutely worth it, because they're going to cause so much more damage if you don't catch it. So it just makes a lot more sense to give up that one flower in order to maintain the populations better. The second thing that I will do if they are really deep inside of a flower, such as a zucchini flower, is you can take a smaller paintbrush, dip it in Vaseline, so that way you can reach deeper into the flowers and you can catch that cucumber beetle on the Vaseline and then put that into the soapy water. The only difficulty I've ever had with this is that there's always bees inside of the flowers, especially zucchini flowers that are bigger. So I have a very small window of time when a bee leaves and another bee shows up, even if they're just checking to see if there's pollen in there, to be able to catch that cucumber beetle. I do think that this is part of how they stay protected, is that if they're surrounded by bees, there's less likely to have any type of predator coming for them. And they do get really deep into those zucchini flowers or pumpkins or any of the larger squashes. So this is a really good trick to get them out of there. The one thing that you do need to know is that a lot of times cucumber flowers, when they're being finished pollinated, they will curl up and close. A lot of times cucumber beetles will hide in those closed flowers. So you do still also want to check inside of those, especially if you have a larger population and you're really dealing with a major cucumber beetle problem. So because cucumber beetles hibernate in the soil and they hibernate around where their previous food source was, there are a couple options here. The first is to crop rotate and not plant your cucumbers in the same place this year as you did last year. This is a really good way to make sure that they at least have to work for their food and try and find it, and it can deter them for a little bit longer if they can't find the food, or you can be ready to be looking for them. And the second option is to not plant out your cucumbers right away and actually direct sow them in June, so that way by the time they start growing and actually have enough size and flowers to them, the cucumber beetles can be near the end of their life cycle and they're more willing to eat somebody else's garden and they've left because there was no food in your garden, or your damage is going to be a lot later in the season, so you only have to battle with them for a couple weeks before they are done their life cycle. Because they hibernate in leaf litter, it's important to clean up your garden, especially from all of your old cucumber plants from the season. Don't just chop and drop and leave them in place, because they are going to hibernate in all of that plant material. So you are going to want to cut these plants at the base and then clean them up somewhere else, in your compost bin, in a green bag, wherever it is, just away from your garden, so that way they don't have somewhere to hide over the winter time, so they won't come out and start eating your plants right away. All right, so another option is to use insect netting. So there are a couple ways that you can use insect netting with cucumbers. The first is that you can cover your plants in the beginning when there isn't any flowers on them that you need to be worrying about pollination on them. And if that's the case, you can keep them covered for a little while and then you can take them off as they're starting to flower. The second option is, I have quite a few varieties here that are self-pollinating. So I have one called an Anya cucumber for pickling, and then I have a Lebanese cucumber here too, and both of those are self-pollinating. You'll know you have a self-pollinating cucumber plant when every single flower on the plant is a female flower. This is a really good indicator, and this means that they don't need a bee to pollinate them. So you can actually grow any of these varieties under cover the entire season, and you wouldn't have to worry about cucumber beetles at all, because you're still going to get cucumbers, they're going to pollinate themselves, and then they're going to stay under cover the whole year. The biggest challenge you'll have is trying to come up with a way to create your cucumbers where they can grow under insect netting. Some people do grow their cucumbers along the ground and don't actually grow them up a trellis. So this is an option for you if you have enough space to have cucumbers crawling along the ground, then you can just keep them under insect netting that way. But if you are growing them up a trellis, it's going to make it a lot more difficult to do that. One of the more newer ideas on the market is to use kaolin clay, which is a type of cosmetic clay that you put into water and you spray it on your plants. And the point is to make it so thick and so milky that when it's sprayed on your leaves, they're not really green anymore. They're more of a milky white. There's two theories behind it. Is one, they don't know where to land because you've now hidden the plants in such a way. And the second thing is that potentially they don't like the feeling of the kaolin clay on their feet, so then they're less likely to land on it. I only tried this one time a couple years ago, but I didn't use enough of the kaolin clay in the bottle to really do it properly, so I can't say whether it works or it doesn't work, but I do have it at home. I actually didn't have any cucumber beetles at my house last year. The first year I did, and last year I didn't have any, which was such a surprise for me. So I don't know if I'm actually going to get any cucumber beetles at my house this year or not. We'll see. Hopefully not though. But if I do, then I will try the kaolin clay. And then another option is to use a handheld vacuum because you can just turn this on and suck up all of the bugs into your vacuum. The only thing I do say with this is that make sure you are properly identifying the cucumber beetles and you're not sucking up any bees or wasps or any other beneficial insects, and you're really just focusing on the cucumber beetles. But I do think that this could be a really great idea if you have an influx of cucumber beetles and they're just really hard to manage and they're flying way too fast for you and you can't get them into soapy water. Then I think that a handheld vacuum is a really great tool to use. So two final notes for this is that these insects are going to come to stressed out plants. So you do want to try and reduce the amount of stress on your plants as much as possible. So that means planting them in the conditions that they like, watering them regularly so they aren't dealing with a drought, and also putting out healthy seedlings. Don't put out unhealthy seedlings right from the get-go because you're just going to draw these bugs into them. So the more that you can do the conditions right to make them happy, like watering them in the morning and keeping them happy and healthy, the better you have for these plants. And the other thing is that some websites will suggest putting out traps for these cucumber beetles because they like the yellow flowers. You can put out something that is yellow, like a yellow bowl, and put something sticky on it. And I don't recommend doing this. Please do not do this. These traps don't work the same way that Japanese beetle traps don't work unless you have a really, really big property. And the other problem is that cucumber beetles aren't the only insects that are attracted to yellow. So if you have a yellow bowl out with something sticky, you're likely going to catch a lot of bees and other pollinators at the same time. And this is just going to cause way more harm than anything else. So I really, really do not recommend putting out a yellow trap. Of course, a super common question is always going to be, how do I get rid of cucumber beetles because of how destructive they truly are? And unfortunately, it's just never going to happen because they are native insects to Canada. If an insect isn't invasive, we always have these high hopes that we're going to be able to eradicate their populations and deal with this invasive population. But that is never going to come true with cucumber beetles because they are native to Canada. So the best thing that you can do is take all of these options that I gave you in this video and implement them in your garden and hope that a neighbor plants cucumbers a couple doors down and they all head that way. And then you don't have to worry about them anymore. But if you are one of few gardeners in your area and you have cucumbers, then these beetles are gonna find their way to you because this is something that they are naturally used to eating. So I hope that you take all of these tips, they work for you, and you really are able to manage your cucumber beetle population well, because getting bacterial wilt really sucks and it will kill your plant and there's nothing you can do to stop it. So by taking care of these populations, it's just gonna make it better for you every single year going forward. And I hope that you get an amazing cucumber harvest. If you need more help on how to grow cucumbers and get a really good harvest, I do have a video that I will link below for you guys and stick it up here for you, so you can learn everything that you need to get that really great cucumber harvest and not stress out your plants in order to avoid the cucumber beetles. And if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and check out this video here. Bye.